congratulations on the film. While it's set in the world of football, it's a Shakespearean tragedy meets a celebrity divorce. There's a lot to love about this film. So for people who aren't familiar with the original events, it's still going to be incredibly accessible and still relevant.
Well, I'm not a huge football fan. I mean, I watch internationals when they come along, like everyone else does. But I was attracted to it more because it was about this sort of this face-off between the two giant personalities, very different personalities, and that's what I was interested in. Is like, especially knowing I was going to be acting opposite Éanna, who I think is a fantastic actor. So I was really keen to be involved, to be able to sort of have a kind of play a game with him, really. But it's also about the Irish diaspora. It's about Irish culture, where Ireland as a country stands in the world, how it's viewed internationally. And that to me is as much what the film's about as about football. So, it's a really interesting sort of discussion on what it is to be Irish and what it is to be kind of part of the Irish diaspora, like Mick McCarthy. I mean, he wasn't born in Ireland, but you know his grandparents were Irish, and they came over, and he's part of that, and so am I. So I identified with that, and that was part of the reason I wanted to be involved.
And everybody loves the appearance of Irish culture, but I remember at the time you could almost hear Ireland fracturing down the middle as some of them became, as they split into different camps. That comes across quite vividly, but also the film strikes the humanity of it rather than the tabloid headlines.
Yeah, exactly, because the film is examining sort of what it's like when you become entrenched in these two sort of tribal positions. And there's a lot of that goes on, especially in social media at the moment. People get dug into their positions and they don't come together. And this was happening before social media, but these two guys were like locked horns. And really, what the film reveals is that if you don't compromise or show some humility, you end up in this needless grapple. They had two very big personalities. I think what's good about the film is that it balances that. You see Mick's perspective, but you also see Roy's perspective, and myself and Éanna bring that to life, I think, and with the direction of Lisa. So I'm really happy about it.
And it's fabulous. Also fabulous was yourself in Dr. Strangelove. Is Dr. Strangelove a thing for you because of the original film, or Peter Sellers, or both?
Well, a bit of both. Peter Sellers was a giant of cinema, comic cinema, but he also had a kind of a poignancy about what he did. And I was, to me, to be able to try and give my interpretation of his performance in Dr. Strangelove on stage was irresistible, even though it was a lot of hard work. But I'm glad that I had the opportunity to do that.
Could we see a film?
Well, but then you'd be doing a film of a stage play of a film. It's a bit weird. So I'm not sure that's not anyone's agenda.
But getting back onto this, there's going to be reactions inevitably as the old camps come to life again. Do you think they'll gather their identities, but then look at this and be able to look at those circumstances in a new way?
I hope so. I think we're fair to both Mick, and Roy, and. Part of the film was about, I remember when I first got involved, I wanted to change some of the dialogue to elevate Mick's position and not just Roy's, so that we did get that kind of balance. So I think it does. I don't think there's a winner or a loser in this film, and that's important.
Well, congratulations again. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!